Hey guys, and welcome back to Pixel Cherry Ninja's channel. And in today's stream, or I actually might even do another stream later, right? We are going to be looking at arcade cores available on the Analogue Pocket. And like I like doing, guys, because I like checking out different systems, and I like asking you guys what you want to see in some streams. So I asked you guys, what should the next Analogue Pocket live stream be? And you guys, the third choice was NES Master System, the Commodore 64 Work in Progress core, and the Game Boy DMG, and arcade games only. Now, whenever I do these polls, I have a favorite, right, that I want, or I have a couple of favorites. So what I really wanted to see was, I wanted arcade. That was actually my first choice. My second choice was Game Boy DMG. I kind of wanted to do Commodore 64 as well, right? But the Commodore 64 cores, it's great for what it does so far, and it's something that the developer Marcus Triple Z is working on. And some stuff doesn't work. There are a few, there may be a few issues with it, and also in order to load it, it takes a little bit of time. However, if the majority of people wanted to see that, I would have gone for that. But that's kind of cool for now. I always say that I got into FPGA gaming first and foremost for arcade gaming, so it's always a pleasure to play arcade games, right? It's a stream that I will thoroughly enjoy, often above others. So let me get rid of that. So we'll have a little blast on R-Type 2 first, right? So this is the IRMM72 core. Yeah, it's not released yet, but it should be releasing soon, as soon as the core developer that ported this over. So this core was originally brought over to the Mister by Martin Donlon, aka Wickerwacker, and it's now being ported over, and it's really good by Boogerman. So hopefully when Boogerman gets some more time, understand people have stuff, their day jobs, stuff in their personal lives. So whenever Boogerman gets the time to release this, hopefully this will get a public release. Like, it's a lot of fun. So what I did when I did my last arcade stream, I keep separate. I have a micro SD card that only has like work in progress stuff on there, and this was on there, but I thought it would be in good taste to kind of put it on my normal SD card, which I don't like. I only like mixing that with publicly released stuff that's available via the updaters. But I added it to the micro SD card just so I've got everything in one place, because in case someone says, hey, you know what, can I see R-Type 2? Well, guys, you know what? You can see R-Type 2 then. So, guys, if you're new to the channel, then welcome to the channel. A subscription and pressing that like button really does help the channel. It helps the videos get out there. Channel merchandise is also available. Let me give it a quick flash before I kind of get into the games. We've got different Pixel Cherry Ninja merchandise, and 10% of the proceeds... 10% of the proceeds will be going back into FPGA core development. Not exactly decided where yet, but more likely some newer up-and-coming developers for the Mister and the Analogue Pocket, or even better, like someone that does kind of both. Sorry, I've definitely seen. Now let me get rid of the merch now, right? Let me have a look at chat before we go there. Yeah, you know what, Dwan? Time Extension, they're good people. Like, they featured a lot of my stuff, but they cover the scene. So unfortunately, there's some negativity in the scene, and I'm not shying away from that. I definitely contributed towards that. I've since kind of retracted stuff based on sound advice given to me from many people in the community, you know, viewers, subscribers, followers, as well as figureheads, other developers, other people within the scene. So that's all good. Hopefully I can kind of put that behind me. In the end, you know, the kind of thing I learned is negativity is very time consuming. It takes a lot more time than positivity, and honestly it's not worth doing, because overall it does the scene a lot of damage. Like, I've read the Time Extension article. It kind of just goes over the surface of stuff. Fair due, I like the site, but you know, like, they report what is kind of around there in the public eye. So full props to them. I like the guys, because they've covered me in a positive light, and a lot of the calls I've done very nice. You know, I've spoken to the guys. They're really cool. So just want to say hello to everyone before I begin the first game. So TMS, always love, man, always here first, absolutely love it. Duan Jose, absolutely brilliant, thank you, dude. Raging Cajun, my guy, how you doing? Chris is retro gaming in the house, guys. That is my buddy Terminator 2K2, who's an asset to the Analogue Pocket community. He actually actually does a lot of background work on the channel. He actually does a lot of background work, kind of helping with Analogue Pocket stuff, the community, developers, content creators. So can't thank the guy enough. We've got Iron Man, Tetsu, Afternoon Ninja, and Chat Wicked. Iron Man, I'm really sorry, I don't recall we've spoken before. We may have, but like I say, my memory is really bad and I do forget stuff. All right, okay, do you know what? I'll tell you what, we'll try and leave that out today, because honestly, it's not in good taste to kind of talk about that. So I kind of want to move away from that, because some of the stuff I did as well wasn't exactly in good taste. And overall, I think it done our small niche community more harm than it did do good. You know, I kind of let my, like my personal feelings affect how I kind of do stuff on the channel. And I'm a very I'm a Wicked, you're a lurker, Iron Man, no worries, man. My channel is very personal. I have biases. I kind of try and make my biases as clear as I can, but you know what, things kind of got the better of me, and I'm human, right? I make mistakes. I try not to make decisions based on emotion, but it does happen sometimes. But you know what we're gonna do now? I'm kind of clapping here. My thing probably cuts it out a bit. Let's now put some credit in R-Type 2. Now, full disclaimer here, full transparency, I did go into the dip switches and I put it on easy mode, right, in order to make me last longer, right, because from what I hear, lasting longer is a good thing, right, because lasting less than 3 minutes is never a good sign, right? Yeah, this is really good. I mean, this plays really well. R-Type 2 is not something I played so much. As a kid, it was more R-Type 1. I definitely looked at it. I mean, I love this scene in the game, right? This one here just reminds me of, like, you know, Mr. Heli. Like, it's Mr. Heli's cousins here, right? That's his uncle. You know, that's his, yeah, all cousins, all family in here, right? And, yeah, they're all kind of floating about. So, yeah, again, just love the level design in this. In the first R-Type, right, we had that little spiral that you had to get through, and in the second R-Type, we've got these kind of lifts or elevators going around. So again, fantastic game, and this is a game you need to be decent at, right? Because you can't brute force your way through this, right? Yeah, it's like a term that I heard recently with the release of Tokyo, right, which was a checkpoint platformer or whatever. So this is like a checkpoint shmup, right? You know, you can't just go, okay, you know, I am gonna brute force my way through this. It won't allow you to do that. You need skill, you know. It will let you get to certain checkpoints and will let you continue from there. But apart from that, guys, you die, you start back a little bit, right? I mean, R-Type 1 will always be the classic for me, right? But nonetheless, I'll tell you what, I've got to kind of stop playing shmup so much, man. Mashing that button, it really takes it out of my old hands. But the good thing is, the last stream I did, right, a couple of days ago, I think, right, was my hands were extremely cold, guys. They were really cold, right? So that's better to get out here rather than missing it, right? Love the missiles in this as well. And a big shout out to Robo Z, man, who's been working on R-Type for the Mega Drive. And I just crashed there. So he's been working on R-Type for the Mega Drive, and he's done really good. And you can pick right the checkpoint. You can have it so you spawn instantaneously, which I think is very good for a game of this type, right? You know, and you can kind of get through it and continue. I think it gives you like a number of credits, right? That you can use. And that's kind of it to finish the game. But you know what, these games are possible to 1cc. There's a lot of very skilled players that put their videos up on YouTube, and they are absolutely fantastic at what they do. I think the only games I can likely 1cc is maybe some of the Street Fighter ones, right? And not even stuff like Super Turbo, just some of the older ones like World Warrior and maybe Champion Edition. I think Turbo, possibly Turbo as well, right? But I think the CPS2 ones, not so much, because I never really played those in the arcade. Never exactly kind of learnt the patterns and the formulas, right? Ooh, okay. Right, okay, game over. Guys, any requests, right? Any requests, it's the same drill that applies. Write your requests in block capitals, guys. Write them in block capitals so they stand out. We can, all right, so you know, let me quit this call. I just want to take you through my list. Hopefully everything's categorized in the arcade, right? But if not, I can go, let's go arcade. Oh wow, there's quite a bit there. We can go arcade multi as well. And I'm pretty sure it will be categorized in there. So We've got quite a bunch of cores here. Pretty much everything should be publicly available apart from some Ortega beta releases, and as well as some Boogerman betas that I've got here as well. Guys, Boogerman is a very talented developer, man. Works very good. Yeah, absolutely. A lot of very good people in the scene, very good wholesome people, and people that really advise me on stuff, man. I noticed you said hang on, TMS. I don't think, oh sorry, you're saying it there, hang on. I don't think we've got hang on junior, bud. I don't think we have, right? So unless someone can tell me what core I'm kind of going to go into. I think we've only got super hang on, bud. I don't think we've got hang on junior, unless hang on junior is part of this core, right? Okay, limited edition, hang on. Okay, let's go limited edition, hang on, and get that to work. So no Double Dragon 3. I think Double Dragon 3 Rosetta Stone that's been worked on by the same guys that are bringing out WrestleFest, right? It's on the same hardware, I think, so that might be coming out at some point in the future, right? But for now, it's not available. I think it's only Double Dragon 1 and 2 that's actually out. So accelerate, brakes, supercharger. Okay, that can work. Let's do that. Okay. Okay, need to press start there. I'm not really the biggest fan of this game, right? Someone's playing it, I think, when I was doing... Oh, okay. Oh, can work. Okay. Oh, okay. It's always getting to the right for some reason. I don't know. Look, it's always getting to the left. So, like, I don't need to move it left. Left is just neutral at the moment, so I kind of always got to keep tapping it right. Let's try a different version of this, right? I don't know if that's an issue here. Let's just run the main version of it, right? Because I guess the main version will be the easier version of Super Hang-On. Oh, okay, cool. Well, easy is something that I really want. Hopefully, guys, let me know. We're kind of expecting the WWF WrestleFest course. So if that does come out during the stream, do let me know, because I do intend to cover that in a video, right? Because that's a big release, right? Okay, these controls are hopefully okay. No, it's still going off to the left. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know if this is an issue with a core or if there's some kind of issue with my controller. But look, left is just going left. I am not moving. I haven't moved it left once. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Yeah, I don't know why left is locked, right? Yeah, it seems like it. Look, it's just going, you know, it's like someone, what was it, Stereo MCs that sang the song to the left, to the right. They just kind of started singing and said to the left, and then that's it. They didn't say to the right, and this guy at Super Hang On just kind of stuck there. So let's go all again, and let's see, guys. Any other? Do you know what? Let's do this one. It's not really my game. It's not something here, but I really do like the developer for this, man. Random MK3 Francisco Javier. Really good guy, man. All around, like, nice guy. So let's do Alpha Mission, right? And let's just give a little run, and a big shout out to Random MK3. If you guys aren't familiar with him, he's the guy that's brought out the Analogizer. And, you know, if you want an Analogizer, you can kind of get in touch with him over on Twitter. If you're not sure where he is on Twitter, drop me a message and I'll post the link in there. But it's a very good device that kind of lets you output from the Analogue Pocket directly to an analog display, and it also lets you use snack controllers. More cores. There's more Analogizer versions of the core being made. Hopefully one day they'll just get integrated into the main cores, right? So it supports the Analogizer as well, rather than having like two separate cores. But again, you know, it's up to everyone how they kind of work their stuff. They might have their reasons for it. I'm just thinking it from that kind of ease of use kind of perspective. Now, these shmups are a little bit before my time. Although I can appreciate them, I don't have the same love for them that I may do for something like Gigawing or R-Type. Those are kind of the beefier ones I prefer. I really hope one day we get like the Raiden cores, right? Because they were very popular, very difficult. I remember actually, right, in regard to Raiden, right, when I used to work in, when I used to do like a lot of DJing work in central London, and I used to do like a lot of club work, right? I used to go to this arcade, if anyone's familiar with Central London on Wardour Street. I can't remember what it was called now. It might have even been called like Casino or something, because a lot of them had fruit machines for gambling. Yeah, they had like a few arcade games. They had Raiden there, and I remember like an old Chinese guy, like I'm talking old, right? I mean, I would have been in my early 20s there, late teens, and this guy here, right? I'm talking like, this guy here was, I mean, he looked kind of like 60, above 60, 70, all grey hair. I mean, he kind of looked like, you know, if you met your friend's granddad, and then when you met your friend's granddad, his granddad said, this is my granddad, right? So we're talking about like 6 generations up or something, right? But this guy used to rinse it out on Raiden. He was just wicked at it. And I used to think like, wow, man, like, you know, because you don't get people of that age playing video games, right? I mean, you do sometimes now, but those guys have kind of aged with it, right? Because we're getting older, right? I mean, when I was like, say, 15, right, you didn't get people in their mid-40s, right, playing arcade games. You know, it weren't really so much their thing. They had different hobbies, stuff that they did when they grew up. Maybe some of them played it, but it wasn't very, very common, right? So yeah, that was amazing to see back then. It's like the grandma that plays Skyrim, right? I mean, absolutely cool, like getting into stuff that's not from the generation. And you know, there's a good reason why I like the Nintendo consoles, because my wife's not a gamer, man, but a gamer, but she absolutely loved the Professor Layton games on the DS, so much so that it started annoying me, and I just had to buy her a DS of my own, because at the time I wanted to play my DS and she was just always hogging it, you know. My wife's not a technology person too much, right? It's like I told her, let me get you an iPad, and she was like, no, I don't want one. And I was like, all right, cool. I got myself an iPad. This is when they were relatively new. It was when the first one with the Retina display, which I think was the iPad 3. As soon as I get the iPad, man, I never get the damn thing back off her. So I said to her, look, keep it. And then I went and bought myself, I think it was one of the Android tablets, like a Nexus one. I went for the smaller one, right? Because the Nexus at the time was like half the price. It was like 200 and something. And the iPads I didn't want to get 16 gig one. The 32 gig ones were 480. So it's quite a bit of money to kind of splash out. So, and you know what? That iPad is so good. It lasted like a good decade, right? And even then, in the end, just because it wasn't getting supported with apps, it was still working. Battery on it was wicked. It went from my wife to my kids. And in the end, I gave it to one of my friends because his mum likes to watch YouTube while she does cooking, right, in the kitchen. So I just said to him, look, and he said, look, let me give you some money for it. I said, look, just buy me lunch and you can have the iPad. And YouTube, the app doesn't even work on it. You can only run it through Safari, right? No security updates, but it still serves a use case for someone, right? I'm getting a lot of lives in this. So, oh, I see Jailbreak in there. Okay, cool. Not my favorite game, but a big shout out to the developer. Let's have a look at what they're called, right? Because I think they're called Roland King. And yeah, we've made contact with them via the FPGA Gaming Discord, guys. And that's a fantastic Discord. Let me first run Jailbreak. No, I'm going to start writing some names down, because you know what, I don't want to forget. So I should have Jailbreak on here. Here we go, Jailbreak. So what's the developer? Let's have a look. Okay, so the developer Roland King, they were on the FPGA Gaming Discord. And guys, for Analogue Pocket, right? For Analogue Pocket, the best Discord for information. As much as I like my Discord and I like pushing my Discord and I like promoting it, there are things that are a lot better, places that are a lot better than my Discord, right? And they are the FPGA Gaming Discord. For Analogue Pocket stuff, that is the best one. For Mr. stuff, well, the Mr. FPGA Discord is the best place to hang out. My one it's very, very small. It's not very massive or anything, but there is a lot of good people on there. Oh, wow, Super Puzzle, wicked, Super Puzzle 5. I'm not going to do well. I know I might have the colorblind hack of it. Hopefully I have, because then I might be able to play it, right? Because I've never tried playing that game too hard just because of my colorblindness. I can't tell the difference. Wow, Christopher Henry, Quiz and Dragons. Okay, Quiz and Dragons. Shame there's like a little bit of a delay, right? Because when I choose what kind of stream I'm doing, right, it asks me what kind of latency what I want to have, and I just kind of have it normal, right? But maybe I should pick the super low latency one, so there's only like a second or two, and then maybe you guys can give me the answers, right? Because I'm telling you now, I don't know anything. I'm one of those guys, when the internet came out, I started depending on it. And I know that kind of sucks, right? Because when we were young, the internet wasn't a thing, right? You had to learn knowledge. I remember getting, if anyone, I don't know if around the world you guys have this, but in the UK, there was a competition called Trivial Pursuit on that McDonald's had, and you could pick, you got every time you made a purchase, and then we were kids, so we had no shame back then, right? You could go into McDonald's and just ask for it, no purchase necessary. So we used to go around McDonald's all around London asking, can we have a Trivial Pursuit card? And sometimes you had really cool staff that used to give us a whole bunch, and it had a question there and 4 answers, and you had to find out the answer. So we'd be questioning adults, we'd be calling our uncles, and then we kind of found a way to put a line in one part of the little scratch off thing where it will determine whether it's going to be false or true. And we would do them, and we ate free McDonald's. We're talking like Big Macs, fillet of fishes, chicken nuggets, fries, milkshakes. Me and my group of friends ate like a lot of McDonald's for the duration that campaign actually lasted. So that was actually a lot of fun, man. Those were good days. Now, when you get a question, someone just types it into Google. You don't even need to type it. You can take a damn picture of it with Google. Google will then read the text and give you the damn answer. So, there was a fun where, you had to have that, you had to have something to have that knowledge, right? Again, I do like the start up for this and everything. Okay, this is quite loud. I'm going to leave it a little bit loud. It can be a little loud. Certain sound effects will be loud. Oh, I don't want to shoot. I'll shot the hostage. Oh man, I shot the builder again. I don't want to shoot the blonde, right? Because that's just wrong. I can't do that. Where's Batman? Batman, oh no, come on, I will save you. And look at that. Oh, here we go. Let's change the button. You know what? I'm gonna bazooka the guy. Oh yeah, bazooka him. Excellent. You can bazooka barrels, I think. Hey, yeah, Batman's there. Hey. I think the normal fire, right, might be effectively. Ooh, okay. I kind of ran into that bullet. The normal fire has the longest range and the most frequency. I don't mean to shoot him, man. There's too many damn hostages in this. I have to say, this is, even I'm not doing that great on it, right? It's just easier to play on an arcade stick. But oh, look at that! I've shot every single hostage against the blonde, right? Apart from the blonde, sorry. Oh, look, Batman's back. Oh, look at that guy from the window, man. And guys, just for the record, this game is available. How can I not get that guy? Can't remember if... Is there a third button? Like, this game is just hectic, man. It's a hectic game. It's not... there's no chill time in this game, right? Oh, I've got the builder! Excellent. Oh wow, that was a good shot. Hey, there's a little kid there, kitty. What are you doing? Get out of the street, little buddy. Look at that, right? You rescued a kid. I mean, to be honest, that's definitely dodgy there, right? I mean, the kid's just given me like some kind of grenade gun, man. I mean, that's quite realistic to this day and age, right? I mean, kids out there carrying weapons, right? So Pro Gear. Remind me, was Pro Gear? Pro Gear is that shmup made by Cave in CPS2, if I'm not mistaken. So let's load up CPS2. I think that's it, right? Because the reason I'm kind of remembering it, Pro Gear in my head always reminds me of an arcade game, right? But yeah, it's not an arcade game, is it? Sorry, it is an arcade game, but it's not a driving game, right? It's a game with it's a shmup. Yeah, here we go. Pro Gear. So what version to get? Right, okay. Does anyone know what is Phoenix Edition? Is that where the battery's taken off the board or something? The protection battery, I can't remember. I just remember a few friends of mine like getting rid of the battery thing and bypassing the security thing on the CPS2 boards. They obviously kind of know more than I do because I've got no idea what I'm talking about. But I remember being at a Street Fighter session and yes, sorry, Toxin, I'm just seeing that. Yeah, I did killed Batman, killed the builder, but hey, I never killed a blonde in my whole life, right? Yo, Ori the Retro Gamer, knowledge is burgers. That was definitely the case, man. I wish if I could, have some knowledge and get some burgers. That will be absolutely fantastic. But yeah, guys, if you're enjoying the content, hitting that like button definitely helps out. Really, really do appreciate it. Kind of helps the videos get out there. Right, so Pro Gear by Capcom. Published by Capcom, developed by Cave, would that be correct? And for remember, this game just looks really, really good. Let's just check the buttons, right? Because they're playing on different controllers and then playing it on an arcade stick. Okay. Oh, is that it? Just one button? Okay, I can work with that. Who looks cooler? Okay, they both kind of look cool, right? I'll go with both. I wonder if there's like more characters you can kind of... Oh, okay. Okay, so straight explosive. Ooh, that looks a little bit... let's go middle. Let's go middle just because we've got a middle option, right? If you don't know... So I think I played this game, like, when I say by accident, legit by accident, right? Just kind of came across it by doing some emulation and wow, does it look beautiful, man. All those people... That is an amazing intro, right? Oh, I like the fact that it's got auto fire. That's good. I don't know if there's a difference. Wow. Oh, there is a second button. Okay, cool. There is a second button, right? I had the bomb down there. Right. Okay. Just wanted to kind of test that out. Guys, you know what this game is? This game is really, really good. I haven't really played it enough. Beyond like maybe checking it out or like doing a video when I'm looking at CPS2 stuff. I haven't actually sat down and played. I haven't like, oh, do I bounce the bullets back at them? Is that what it is, or is that just my bomb? Right, okay. Great soundtrack as well, right? Very kind of happy soundtrack. Oh, what a great game, man. Guys, this game is wicked. If I actually, like, I don't know if I saw this as a kid. Now remember, you know when you're kids, right, and you go to the arcade, and like some of the arcades had like, some of the ones I went to might have had like 70, 80 arcade machines in there, right? And you kind of had your favorites that you wanted to play, right? I played like a lot of Street Fighter, obviously, a lot of Shadow Dancer, and cash was limited, so you couldn't actually play every game, right? I mean, we were so broke sometimes as kids, we used to put our money in the return coin slot in the fruit machines and different... Oh, I got myself in a position there, right? So we used to play... so we used to put our money in, the return coin chute you had at the bottom. We used to put our hands in there to try and find money, and often you would find money in there, right? Where people had put money in there, it wasn't accepted and it dropped out, the coin was rejected. I hope you guys know what I'm talking about. Put your coin in, coin gets rejected, it comes out at the bottom, right? Like the return coin part. We used to find money in there, and it was great, man. And don't get me wrong, we didn't have the cash, but man, we just had so much fun, man. It was even fun watching stuff, right? So before YouTube and before Twitch, right, you watch people in arcades. So really, that was like Twitch in real life, right? That was like what streaming is today, watching stuff in the arcade and actually speaking to the arcade player. Now, some of the guys were really, really serious, and they were really, really trying to top a game or top their score. So you couldn't speak to them. But there were some guys that were very, very good. They could speak and play. It was very, very casual for them, right? And those are the guys you often kind of found were the best. Like, because if you do something when you're relaxed, you're genuinely better at it, right? Than if you do something and you're tense and you're not relaxed, right? That's a fairly normal thing, right? It's like, like for example, if I'm playing Street Fighter, right? And if I'm playing like, one of my friends that's not really a Street Fighter player, let's say I'm playing them online, I can lie down in bed and just relax and play online, like no qualm. All my combos are working. I'm very, very relaxed. Now, play someone that really knows what they're doing, right? And I'm playing like someone else that is better than me. I can't lie down and play. I'm sitting down. I'm leaning forward. My head is in that damn TV, even though it doesn't need to be, right? So there was different people in, and that was really, really good. And when you got stuck at a certain part in an arcade machine, on an arcade game, right? You kind of watched other people and you're like, oh wow. And then, you know, sometimes like something like Toki that got released for the Mister recently, right? And just a bit of good news, it's currently being ported for the Analogue Pocket, so hopefully that will come soon, right? And what's amazing about that is even before playing that, I remember watching people and thinking, oh bugger, right? These things are coming for you, so you need to kind of be on the lookout, right, for this stuff here. And yeah, it just really. Yeah, it just kind of helped you play it. Same goes like for stuff like Shinobi. You know, there was a lot of stuff happening. With Shinobi, so you kind of got to watch out and you thought, okay, I need to do it, because with Shinobi there's certain parts that are quite cheap. You have to do a certain sequence. You have to attack the enemies a certain way, otherwise you're getting done. Same thing goes for Shadow Dancer. So absolutely awesome. Right, what we got next? So Pro Gear. Well, we're on CPS2. We can do Giga Wing. You guys are trying to kill my fingers here, yeah? Hopefully Giga Wing, the way the auto fire works, it's a bit different because you hold your button down to bounce the bullets. Okay, let's go Phoenix Edition. Because the word Phoenix just kind of sounds cool, right? Hey guys, if you're just tuning in the stream, it's one of the daytime streams. I ran a little poll on the channel, right, to ask what you guys want to see, and Arcade got 30% of the votes, which was a winner chicken curry dinner. Yo, let's have a look at a bit of chat while attract mode runs a bit. Yeah, it definitely looks amazing, man. Wicked. Hard pill if you don't. Must be here, America. Okay, catching up with someone. Oh, that TMS. Giga Wing is better shmup on TPS2. Saint Dragon's not out for. It's only out for Mister at the moment. Hopefully that gets ported over. That'll be amazing. I mean, there's a chance it could get ported over, right? If you let go of the fire, the jewels come to you. Oh, okay, cool. Right, wicked, good stuff. See, all these mechanics they're brilliant in the game, but you kind of have to play them and get your head down on them, man. Moon Patrol. I don't think we've got that for the Analogue Pocket. I think is that on Mister as well? It's not something I played so much. I've got a friend, right? So one of my friends that I grew up with, same age as me, went nursery with him. We went different schools, right? But we always hung out after school. His brother, obviously, we were kids. So, you know, when I'm like 10, his brother was 17 and partying and doing the rest of it, right? But when I got older, my friend who was the same age as me, he was like a bit of a home guy, and his brother was outgoing and I was outgoing. So we became friends. And then the games I liked, he didn't like. So one of the games he liked was Moon Patrol, maybe Moon Cresta, Moon Buggy, all those games, like he loved them. Stuff like Track and Field and some other games from his era. So I did kind of check those out a little bit with him, but they were definitely before my era. But it was nice to have a friend that was older, wasn't heavily into gaming, but did play some arcade stuff. Ibal, my Pocket is currently making its way via FedEx Smart Post, the absolute slowest and most unreliable way to deliver in the USA. Do you know what? Over here in London, I have to say UPS are probably the best. DHL are quite decent as well, but yeah, I generally find that when I've had stuff from UPS is okay. And what's really interesting as well is one of my work colleagues is also a friend of mine. We don't really hang out outside of work, but he's a Street Fighter player, but he's a modern, so he plays Street Fighter 6. So I play with him sometimes. What's really good is his wife works for UPS, so anytime I'm getting a delivery via UPS, she just puts it up to like the highest priority. So I'll tell him, I go, look, this is my consignment number, I've got something on there, and then she puts it to a, you know, urgent next day before 12 or whatever it is. So that's I actually want stuff to come via UPS, because if it comes via UPS, it kind of favors me. I'll get it a little bit quicker. It's not always the case, right? So all right, let's do Giga Wing. And yeah, Giga Wing. Why am I thinking Chicken Wing? What am I getting after, right? So my daughter is obviously on holidays. She's here with me. My wife's still abroad with the two boys on holiday. And so my niece is over. My sister's daughter, who's 5 months, yeah, like same age as my daughter, right? Let's just say. So I told them after the stream I will go and grab them a takeaway, which is all right because I don't really need an excuse to eat takeaways, right? I mean, I don't eat them all the time. but since my wife's away, it's been every 3 days. But I don't mind upping my game to every 2 days now, you know, as her return comes closer. You know? You know what? I've never played Gigawing 2 so much. So Ibal, remind me please what Gigawing 2 is on. Is that a Dreamcast game? Is that a Naomi game? If I'm thinking correctly here, that will be good, right? And this is a good Capcom game that gives you a little rundown of what is happening first. Like, I really like Gigawing. I would go as far as saying like it's one of the best shooters I've played. But again, just revealing my biases, because I do have biases. I have a strong bias towards Capcom, right? I mean, I got a custom recently for the Dragon's Dogma thing because I really hate, I know, you know, I hate microtransactions in there, even if it's something to kind of pump you through the game quicker, right? I just don't like the option being there, right? Because the option being there will kind of tempt a lot of players, people with addictive personalities. I like it where you just have to earn everything. I mean, I still respect the Monster Hunter franchise a lot, right? The only thing that you can buy in there, right, is what's the word? Is cosmetics, right? And I haven't really got any issues with cosmetics, right? You know, you want your hunter to look like Spider-Man. I mean, I spent 69 pence or something on my hunter to have some balloons because they just looked really funny, right? You get into a hunt, you're a top level master rank hunter, a decorated war hero, and you're there with a bunch of balloons behind you. It just looked really funny. Plus, my kids were younger back then when I was really active on the game, and they just loved the fact that my guy was running around with balloons. It just looked really, really funny. I've got no issue with that. What I hate is when you can buy stuff to progress yourself during the game, you can buy items, and I've got nothing against the expansions, right, that these guys have done, like the expansion Monster Hunter World done, which was Iceborne, right? I mean, it's very, very good value, right? I mean, I paid like, I don't know how much I paid for. Obviously, I buy all everything Monster Hunter and Street Fighter and I guess Castlevania, I'll buy at launch, no questions asked, right? It would have to be like super, super terrible for me not to get it. But to be honest, I usually can. If I really want something via Capcom, I have got a friend in Capcom that can kind of get me sometimes physical stuff, sometimes a digital copy of stuff for me to get just that little bit earlier. So that's quite handy from time to time. So, you know, I don't speak to him on a daily basis. So like of recent, I don't really it's not something I contact it. You know, I don't want to contact that and be like, hey, bud, I haven't spoken to you for like 18 months, but since this game's coming out, can you get me a copy? It just doesn't feel right. But you know, if there was something I was really, really kind of in for, he's a good friend, so even if I do contact him after a while, it's not like, you know, you only contact me when you need me. It's do you have those friends, right? I've got friends that I grew up with that if I don't speak to them for like 5 years, if I see them after 5 years, it's like we've spent no time apart, right? You know, they're friends that I consider as brothers. You know, we brought up together, we hung out, so we know a lot about one another. Okay, Super Puzzle Fighter, right? So let's go core settings. I think that is a CPS2 or not. Yeah, it is a CPS2 game, is it not a CPS1 game? Let me see if I've got, I don't think it's on here, you know. I know Diashlock done the alternatives and I know that was part of it. A big shout out to Diashlock as well. Himself and Terminator 2 do a lot of work for the Analogue Pocket community, especially. Some Mr. work as well, but especially for the Analogue Pocket, man. They do a lot of work. Okay, I haven't got, no, I wonder where it is. Is it, maybe I haven't got it. Is it a different core? Let's just have a look, right? Or is it going to be in here somewhere? This is interesting, right? Because it's on there, and I'm kind of lazy with stuff. This one, I may have put it on there a while ago, and hopefully it's not kind of gone out, right? So let's see if there's another folder for it for assets. I don't know if there's, okay. Well, I can't remember where it is. Terminator 2K2, if you're in chat, have I got them? Where are they? I don't even know. Okay, it doesn't. No, I don't know where they are. So, all right, let's just pick the normal version now, right? And just go with the color blindness. I don't actually know how to play the game, because it's, you know, trying to play it and just getting a few colors wrong just always just made me. Now, I've never raged and quitted and said, you know what, I'm going to turn this thing off. I've just amicably said, you know what, what's this? Prime. Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Prime. Okay, there's a, right, okay, this is interesting. So, okay. There's a lot of them. Surely one of them's got to be here, right? So that's Asia, Europe. Anything here that says colorblind, USA. Oh, here we go, CB. That's got to be it, right? So if anyone that's colorblind, Super Puzzle Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo USA CB version 1 and CB version 2. So I guess that caters for different colorblind things, right? I have to pick different ones in games. I play like Titanfall with my kids, Titanfall 2, and my kids are wicked at that game, man. I always finish last and they end up killing everyone on there. But it's a good multiplayer game that I play with my boys. Unfortunately, I can't get my daughter to play, even though my daughter is killer at Apex Legend. Like, she kills everyone at that game. TMS Marble Madness again. I don't think Atari System 1 is out for Analogue Pocket. You might want to go, maybe just go and put into Google all Analogue Pocket arcade cores. It's quite possible you find the list and just kind of work off that. Drinking some bar cherryade, no added sugar. Mercs, is Mercs, yeah, Mercs we can do. Marble Matters 2, no. So Polygon, how you doing there? First of all, hello everyone, like Christopher, Henry, that's coming into chat. Richard Hartwell, I think you've been there a while. Right, yeah, sorry, what was I going to say? Yeah, Battletoads isn't quite out yet. So hey Matt, how you doing? Hey guys, welcome to the stream. It's a random day stream, but I did a stream a couple of days ago, right? And I got some of my highest numbers ever, right? Which was, I think it was 51 concurrent, and that was very, very random. There was no notice. I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna go and do a stream, and it actually got like a whole bunch of numbers. So then I realized, because when I was speaking to people in chat, I had people from different time zones in there, so it kind of made sense. Wizzo was in the chat. If everyone knows Wizzo, he's done awesome work on the Mister with the Tap 2 project. If you've got a Mister and you know you want to, if you've got a good setup where it's and having like having an NFC card, or you can even use like your kids' toys, the Amicos or whatever they're called, Amigos. You can tap those on an NFC reader and use that to launch games or calls. So that's really, really good. But he was on chat, and the time I was doing the stream, I asked him what the time was in Australia, and it was 10 p.m. So I realized that doing streams my UK time in the evening, which is good, but there's a lot of people that may not be able to attend to that stream. Last time I had Mazamars, the developer of Neo Geo, PC Engine CD and Amiga for the Analogue Pocket. I was doing the stream in the evening at 9:30 or something, and it was like 7 a.m. in the morning for him in Australia, 10 hours ahead. So again, it was it's interesting. So at that point I realized that it's worth doing streams at any point during the day. Don't have it for my evening time. I've got some time now, so I should just whack out the streams now. To be honest, I've gone a bit lazy on making content. It's just that it takes a lot longer. I want to do definitely easy. I want to do a shmup video for the Saturn, because I really do like shmups on the Saturn. Let's go. Okay, where do I go? Well, what colors? Oh, no, see the yellow and the green. I have difficulty between the colors. So you look at the colors there. Have they all got that color? Has anyone got? No, so they've all got that color. Okay. So there's a particular way you line up your gens to get this stuff, yeah? Let's see if I can tell the difference. But the yellow and the green, if I look at them together, I can tell them apart. Let's hope I can tell them apart on this. So this was, I can't remember version 1 or version 2, but hopefully in here. Okay, I can tell them apart, so that's good. Okay, that's a different color to that one. Okay, so that's a different color. It's when the round thing comes on that destroys them, I find them a little bit tough to have a look at. Oh, I should have put that down there for a better one. Okay, so interesting. Okay, that's gonna get rid of that. No, okay, maybe now. Nope. Oh, so that gets bigger and bigger, right? Until I get a block that lets me smash it. Wow. Good game. Excellent soundtrack as well, right? Is that just gonna grow? Wow, 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 wow. Ah, no, ruined it. For caution. Ah. Does that drain on there? No. So I imagine this game will be a lot of fun versus, right? Oh, I wanna come on, join that one. Oh, nice. She's in danger. What did that diamond do, man? Okay, I won that one. Right, okay, excellent. This is good. Let's do a next game, right? Because I feel like I'm learning that. We'll do Quiz and Dragons, which is probably going to be even more cringe than this one. Right, let's have a look, which is Quiz and Dragons, right? You don't get many games with Q, right? But we do here. Is that it? Is that Quiz and Dragons? I don't know if it is. Is it CPS2 or CPS1? I can't remember. Let's have a look at chat. Guys, keep any requests coming in if it's out. Remember, it's got to be out. I've got some work in progress cores as well. Yes, I've got the Nova 2001 core. I've got Sega System 1 and 2 as well on here, right? So if you want to see stuff like Wonder Boy, and I've got IRIM M72 and M92 as well. So if you want to see any of those work in progress cores as well, you can pick games from there, and we can certainly do that, right? We can certainly check those out. I actually put them on my normal SD card, and honestly, I really don't like doing that. Right? It's not something that I like doing. I kind of like keeping. I always like having one SD card with just stuff on there that's cool. CPS1. Okay, cool. So what's this quiz game then? Interesting. Let's see the title. It's in Japanese anyway, but it's got quiz in the title. So. We can go through some CPS1 stuff as well, which I think Mercs might be CPS1 as well, right? Or is that one of the earlier kind of Capcom cores? I'm not exactly sure. So what's this? Had quiz in the title, right? Okay. So there's going to be some kind of jewels and stuff. Again, really like the intros and stuff here. I think back then it was just really, really good how they were done, right? Use the US version. Yep, we'll do. Let's go. Let's quit this core. Let's go into CPS1. openFPGA. And arcade multi. I remember playing that, man, like on emulation, trying it out. Quiz and Dragons. Okay, so definitely not the Japanese version. Let's go USA version, because this is a game. Oh, 1942, no problem. Ori. So this is what is it? Yeah, so Quiz and Dragons. So you know what I say? I really like the Japanese text, and I do like the Japanese text, but I only like it where it's for games where you don't really need the story, right? I really don't pay attention to most of the stories, like with the exception of Street Fighter 2 on the SNES. Really don't care for many. Oh, My Hero. Yep, cool, absolutely. Hopefully I've got. Yes, I should have everything. I had an issue with one of the JSON files on there that Boogerman corrected. Hopefully I've copied the right files across, and that should work. Yeah, Sega System 1, My Hero, absolutely. Do you know what, TMS, thank you for writing Sega System 1 as well, because that will definitely come in handy, right? I remember it. Wicked. My Hero, Wicked. Right, okay, so let's do one play. Oh, no, you know what, I just need to realize I need to do the buttons for this now. Controls 1, 2. Okay, just so I know what button is what. Hopefully it'll ask me buttons as 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I picked the ninja. Wicked. Again, very, very stylish game, right? Something I imagine would maybe be good multiplayer if you can do like a 2-player puzzle round in this. And you know, these days you can have your smartphone with you that may give you the answers, but you need to be quick, right? Question 1. Oh, which of the following countries is not a permanent member of the United Security thing? 2, China. No, Canada. Okay, cool. Wow, interesting questions, right? During the years, was All in the Family rated number 1? No idea. Let's go 2 again. No, 3. Okay, I suck at this. Ninjas are no good at quizzes. Goldie Hawn starred in what football-dominated movie? Do you want to be good? Wildcats. Eventually 2 is going to pay off, right? Okay, Ninja knows Wildcats. Okay, what is the name of the boy in Rin Tin? Oh, okay. Let's go Joey. Oh, I should have gone with 2. Damn it. Okay, what is the capital of Ohio? No, my geography's bad, guys. Oh, this is shameful. Who plays the character Amy Thacker in the series Ladies Man? Yeah, wow, that was a guess. That was a guess. 25% chance of getting stuff right. You defeated the green slime. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. Percentage correct 33%. Couldn't have been that hard then. You found a treasure box. Okay, excellent. What am I fighting? Oh, okay, right. Get it for you. Right, I'm fighting a mage next. Mage. Points needed 4. Right, how many planets in our solar system have rings? Oh, I think it's 2, right? 4. Oh, damn it, man. No, okay, that's the end of that. I don't want to embarrass myself anymore. Let's go to Mercs, which might be... Haha, Christopher Henry, nice one. There's a bit of a delay on it, right? So, unfortunately, by the time you see it, I would have already answered it. So I kind of got to remind myself to do the low latency mode and actually look at chat while I'm kind of doing it. So let's go at Mercs. Is it on here? Really hope it is, right? Yep, Mercs, wicked. Mercs USA. Well, I might have to do a quick round of Magic Sword, right? Because I like that game. It gets a bit boring near the end. It gets a bit repetitive, like some of these games do. Oh, okay. Flip screen, rotate screen, okay. No, okay. Rotate it again. Why is it upside down, man? That's a no-go, right? Well, maybe I should just load a different version of Mercs, right? Okay, so let's do this one, see if this one gives us the screen correctly. Christopher, no worries, man. Try is all I can do, bud. Okay, why is that? So course settings, rotate screen. Is there one that just says, oh, flip screen? Here you go. That's the right option. Okay, while I'm here, might as well do controls. Oh, you know what? I can work with that on an arcade stick. What? Okay, what am I doing something wrong here, right? Flip screen. It should, is it going to reset to normal? No, that's very weird. Let's try that again. I don't know why it's not flipping, right? I'm definitely upside down, man. I think I've been upside down for quite some while. Apparently I was born upside down. Right, again, let's have a look. That's not going to do it. No, okay. Let's go rotate back again. I'm not, what am I doing? Am I doing something wrong here? Allow no, okay. See what happens when you do to reset the default. No. Okay. No, rotate didn't work. Try it here. Flip screen. Okay, let's try the final version of this, right? I imagine if it's giving us a problem in the 2 USA versions, we're going to have the same issue in the world version. But you know what? Oh no, look, world version is the right way up. Okay, guys. So if you want to play Mercs at this moment in time, make sure you use the world version. I used to like games like this back in the day, man. Was there a game called... Is Mercs the same as Caliber 50? Or I think it was a game called Caliber 50. Boy, you turn me inside out. Probably going to get a copyright strike for that because that was cycle accurate singing. So was Caliber 50 the same game or was that a different game? I kind of used to like that in the arcade. Okay, wrong button. Guys, you know if you can play Mercs with a rotational controller, rotary controller? I really wish there was a lock fire button in this, right? It's like even the games on the Sega System 1, that ninja game, right? That has fire that has a fire straight up button, right, which is very, very handy. Ooh, burger, that's what I'm gonna get later. I think I'm gonna get a half pounder, man. I'm gonna get it, but I might not get it with fries. I might just nick some fries out of my daughter and her niece's meal, because they give you too many fries, and I'm one of those that kind of feels obliged to eat them, even though I know it's way too much. Last time I had a half pounder meal, man, I remember doing a stream after. I was actually tired. I wanted to go to sleep, but I would not have been able to sleep, right? Oh, wow. Look at that. I took down a plane, guys. I'm a badass. Not for this live stream, but the Master System version of Trivial Pursuit, UK focused. And I'll tell you what, man, I've forgotten so much stuff. Definitely not, but maybe if we do it on low latency and I put the chat up right in front of me, right? Because at the moment I'm playing on my main kind of gaming screen, which is ahead of me, and like my laptop and my other display, my other monitor is on the desk next to the monitor, so I kind of have to turn my head to the left. That's why I don't often see stuff while I'm playing. I don't think there's a way I can bring it up on my playing screen. Oh, I love playing pros, man, and the sole reason for that is, right, I love playing pros and I grab the shotgun. I think the sole reason for that is because that's kind of feeding my capture cards. My Analogue Pocket is plugged into the capture card. The capture card is plugged into my screen, so I can't think of a way of getting it right. And if I view through anything that's outputting, oh wow, I need to use a bomb here. Oh, I can get in that, nice. So if I output, so yeah, if I'm watching via the OBS screen, that kind of puts it out at 60 FPS when you're viewing it for some reason. I don't. Maybe I'll look into it. Maybe there's a 60 FPS option, and you know, if there's not a lot of latency in there for that, then that's something that could work. Oh, that's very generous with the food. Okay, mind you, that didn't really give him a lot of energy. So that goes to show, guys, eat a burger like junk food. It might taste good, it might fill you up, but it doesn't give you a lot of energy. And I think that's quite realistic to real life. Oh, I lost him. He's dead. Okay, what we're going to do, we're going to do 1942, which is for my fellow city man, Ori the Retro Gamer. We'll go into Sega System 1 after, and we do a few games from there. So we've got My Hero, and after that we'll definitely have a look at some other games in that system, right? So 1942, here we go. First core on there if anyone wants to know. So let's go 1942 revision B. I think this is one of the games the core developer Handheld absolutely loves on this system. I think this might be one of the games that kind of got him into development, really, because I remember in the interview he's done with me and other interviews he's done, right, he spoke about kind of getting the Mist, I think, for the Atari ST, and then this was one of the first cores he'd done, if not the first one. So this is definitely one of the developer's favorite games, right? I did like this a lot on the Commodore 64, but it wasn't really an arcade game for me, man. But it is a bloody good game. And again, it's so much better playing this on an arcade stick, man. Seriously, guys, like, I can't recommend it enough. If you grew up in the arcades and you played on an arcade stick as a kid, right? If you haven't got one, grab an arcade stick. I can't recommend this 8-bit though RF one, right? So previously I was testing the new one I got, which had the vanilla stick in there, right? And the vanilla buttons. This one's the modded one, so it's got a Samurai stick in there and Samurai buttons. And yeah, even though the vanilla stick is very, very good, there's the Samurai one is just better. But it depends on how much, you know, it depends on, yeah, it just depends on you, really. I mean, that one's good enough, right? I'm gonna change the buttons on my second one to Samurai buttons, but I'm not gonna buy them especially. I've actually got 6 buttons lying around. So what I'll do is I'll do 6 buttons Street Fighter style, and the 2 buttons on the end, right? Like, you know, the 4th one in each row. I'm just gonna leave with the standard buttons because I've only got 6 Samurai buttons left, right? I've always been, even though I had arcade sticks, I've always liked 6 buttons on there. I don't like the 8 on there. So I've actually got some blockers somewhere, but I won't put them in this case, right? But I've got blockers in there because I don't even want those buttons. I want my arcade stick to be closer to the arcade. So I just want 6 buttons there, and that's that. But yeah, I'm gonna adjust some of my buttons in that. It's just I've got it so deep. You know when you put something away like with all your stuff and it's so buried in stuff, you kind of know where it is, but in order to get it I need to climb up either via a step ladder or actually I've got a safe chair, so I can step on that. I can go on that chair, right, and I need to take off like a storage box. Underneath that storage box is another storage box, but in the way of the storage box is a whole bunch of other stuff, like just even stuff like my DE10 Nano, the box it came with. Even though I should dash it out, right, I'm never going to sell it. There's no resale value in there, but I think I've got like some of the original parts that come along with it. So I've got all that stuff in the way, but one day when I can be bothered, I'll be like, yeah, let me jump up there and get it. Maybe I'll do it before a friend comes around and says, you know, I don't really like those buttons. The buttons on them are good, by the way. It's not like the buttons are bad. It's just for fighting games, I really like Samurai, and I really like how sensitive the buttons are, right? And this more comes into effect for when you're playing fighters. So for example, for anyone that plays Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, that's a really good example, and this goes for a lot of other games, right? So in Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, you have you've only got like, so you don't have a level 1, 2 and 3 super, right? You've got a different choice of super between 2 and 3 supers for each character, right? Most characters have three supers to pick out of, but all the super, like generally, well, they're different. You've got an EX version of super as well, right? But for most characters, pressing either the light, medium or hard will activate your super. So what you do is when you do a super, let's say you're Ken or Chun-Li, and you combo your crouching medium kick into a super, right? So what you do is you buffer the move in there, and then when it's time to do the super input, you press all 3 kick buttons, right? And what that actually gives you is that gives you 6 inputs. I mean, this is very basic FGC stuff. I'm not an expert or anything, right? But that actually gives you 6 inputs because there's negative edge, which means when the button is released, it activates as an input. So when you use Samurai buttons on that, it's very responsive. You're not going to miss that. That works really well. So yeah, that's why I really like Samurai stuff. For like normal games, like playing this stuff, I'm kind of alright on the other stick, even though Samurai does have a big benefit for that. So now let's load up the Sega System 1. And a big shout out to the Boogerman as always for sorting this stuff out. Hopefully I'll put it on there. I'm pretty sure I did, yeah. So I copied the old micro SD card kind of onto it, and hopefully all the games are working, because initially when I got this there was an error in the JSON file, but since then Boogerman sent me an updated one which kind of works. So My Hero, right? Let's have a look, and hopefully, yeah, okay, cool. Hopefully everything just works. love the art style for this, man. So damn good. Any good arcade sticks with a trackball? TMS, I think there's one. There's like this Tato one or something. It's quite big. People have seen it, but it's massive, right? It's massive. I mean, I almost didn't buy the second 8-bit DOS stick just because of lack of space. Have to move stuff into my shed. So I did buy it because it makes sense, right, for me to have it for when guests come around, because I'll be in the front room. My kids will be playing, getting around, and I don't want wires around. So for the wireless stick and the convenience, right? I mean, I've got my 8-bit tournament edition stick just there, but it saves me even having to plug it in, right? I'll just use this. It's fine, right? I have yellow Samurai buttons in the 8-bit, do Samitsu LS32 with carbon fiber. Okay, wow, that's nice, man. My one, I think I've got yellow, green, orange. So the light attacks would be yellow, I think. The middle attacks are green, and the ones on the end are orange. I don't even know what color combos I went for. To be honest, I took the buttons I've got for this and the ones I'm going to put in my next stick. I actually took out of, I don't know if anyone remembers 8-bit though done these sticks. They were terrible. They were Bluetooth sticks, right? But I bought them again for the reason I was playing Fightcade and I wanted something wireless, right? Even though it had a lot of input lag, quite a significant bit, but it was the best option for me to actually play in the front room with my kids watching. I don't play Street Fighter in front of I don't play Street Fighter in front of my kids anymore because I've mentioned this in streams before, but for anyone that hasn't heard it, right? I remember one day in particular, right? So my boys must have been maybe 4 and 5 at the time, right? They're only like a year and a half apart. So 4 and 5, right? And I remember playing Street Fighter and I vividly remember it, right? I was I can't actually, when I say vividly remember, I think I can't remember what character I was, but I know what character I lost to. I lost to a Zangief, right? And I got beat. And my youngest kid just started shouting for his brother, like, bro, come, check it out. Daddy is a loser. Man, when he shouted that, like something moved in my chest. My heart hurt to hear your child call you a loser. But I lost at Street Fighter. Obviously, wasn't meaning your daddy's a loser, contrary to, you know, whatever else. But yeah, since that day, I was like, yeah, I'm not playing Street Fighter in front of you guys, man. So I play away from them, man. Completely away from them. I can't do it, man. If I'm winning, cool. But you know, you can't. For anyone out there, try not to let your kids see you lose in a game, right? I mean, it's not like I'm raging or anything, but you really can do without the commentary. And you know, you want them to see your dad win, right? Is made from genuine somewhat arcade. Well, you need a monster joystick as a sponsor. Now, do you know what? I've actually had I've had quite a number of offers from sponsors. A lot of it's crap like jewelry and stuff. Sometimes it's something weird, but like with my sponsor, I've gone for someone who are considered very ethical in the community, right? They're you know, I mean, everyone has their critics, right? I have my critics. I'm sure my sponsor has their critics, right? But overall, they're good people, man. They're very good people, in fact. So I chose that one carefully. I don't think I could only do something that I genuinely like myself. I can't. It'll be difficult for me to promote. Like I don't know, Super Tank Battle, or I don't know, what's that game called? Warships, or I don't know, the one with all the goblins and stuff in it, Shadow Wars or something. Like I'm really against the in-app purchasing stuff, man. I hate it. For me, that is like video game crack. Like that is like giving someone a taste, right? What do drug dealers do, right? Drug dealers give their future customers, right, or how I like to call them, victims, they give them a little taste of stuff, right? And then you think, wow, they're my best friend. And when they get hooked, they go, no, that was it. Now you have to pay. And they're kind of hooked on that, right? What is the difference between a game that is giving you stuff for free? Then it's like, here you go, you can have this much in-app currency, you can do this, you can do that. And then once you get a little way into the game, it's like, nah, buddy. Now you want to progress, you've got to pay. It's exactly the same dynamics that is used by a drug dealer. There is absolutely no different to that, right? The way I see it, it's exactly the same, guys. So I'm against that. So I really hope I don't change my mind in the future in case, you know, a big deal comes out. Now, don't get me wrong. Like I tried playing, you know, there's a Street Fighter dual game, and obviously I'm a Street Fighter fan, so I played it. But again, I would rather they charge me £20 for a game and that was it, right? And the in-app purchases were cosmetics, right? I mean, look at something like League of Legends, right? League of Legends is free. The core game is free. There's nothing you can buy in there that will make you progress in the game. So I respect League of Legends. It's not something I play, but I've got some friends that play it, right? I always give them my Prime benefits. You know, if you've got a Prime account, you get all the benefits. I've linked their account to my Prime, and I don't know, they get these capsules and these in-app stuff. They seem to like it, and it doesn't cost me anything. But I respect games like League because they're only selling cosmetics, right? You know, you want to give your hero a headband, you want to give your hero, him or her, a gold bracelet, you want to give them whatever, cool, pay the money, look at it, and there's nothing wrong with that, right? Because if you're playing the game and you've played like League of Legends, most people I know have played it for thousands of hours, right? There's nothing wrong with going, I've had so much fun with this game, right? I'm happy to spend this much money getting this, you know, putting like 50, £100 into it, whatever it is, because you've spent so much time playing it. I get that, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that, right? Same as, I'm not a fan of Fortnite at all, right? I kind of like, from what I've seen of Tim Sweeney, I do like some of the stuff that the guy does, and you know, I don't know the whole picture, maybe he does some dodgy stuff as well, but I do like the fact, or I don't like Fortnite, to be honest. Even looking at the game, I don't like it, but that's my personal preference. However, I do like the fact that everything you buy in there is cosmetic, right? You want to make yourself look like Batman, you want to make yourself look like Master Chief, you want to be something out of Star Wars, cool, pay money and get it. You don't pay money, you just have the basic look. So again, I've got nothing against that. I understand that, yes, kids will want to do that, but there's nothing to stop you progressing, right? With just, okay, I'm playing now, so yeah, there's nothing to stop you progressing with okay, so okay, it does a flying kick with just the jump button. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, cool. I was hoping I could punch the bottle. Okay, see that a bit scammy there, right? They're placed right there on the end, so you have to get it. Now, I'm sure I can work my way around that. Game shop. Talking of game, guys, we've got one retailer left on the high street dedicated to games, right? Not counting a few independents that are out there. So game, and it's really, really scummy, right? You know, they've got to deliver to the shareholders, right? They've got to pay out dividends. So what have they done? They've said that yeah, all their staffs, right, they've put them on 0-hour contracts, right? So no, I think that means no sick pay, nothing. You work, you get paid for exactly what you work. I don't know how holiday pay works on a 0-hour contract. Maybe there's something there. I mean, it's very, very scummy, and they've done it via Teams, and they're doing like mass layoffs, right? Now, obviously, like a lot of this, I'm pretty sure is always down to just being able, oh, you can punch the bottle. A lot of this is down to delivering to your shareholders, right? Because that's what a lot of people, that's what a lot of companies, right? You're working for the shareholders, man. At the end of the day, it's really, really sad because you get this stuff happening like in March, right at the end of the financial year. So, you know, let's put Sega Ninja. So you get this at the end of the financial year, so they can maximize kind of profits and deliver those dividends, man. But it's at a large human cost. A lot of people get made redundant, and the biggest companies do that. I mean, Microsoft were a great example of that. Oh, look at that. We spent so much money absorbing Activision or Activision Blizzard. We've done that. Oh yeah, let's just get rid of loads of people. And the thing is, they're gonna rehire those people in the next financial year. It's just very, very scummy, man. Very, very scummy. Like, I really, really dislike that. Dynamic drug dealer Dr. Mario. That's quite funny. A slime account. Oh man. Guys, someone was in chat last time called Pixel Cringe Ninja. Absolutely loved it, man. It really, really did make me laugh. I'm kind of hoping they show up there. So, Pixel Cringe Ninja, if you're in the house, bud, just come out there, right? You know, I've got a sense of humor, and I found it really, really funny, man. So that was actually darn hilarious. Now, I really like Sega Ninja. And the reason that I like it is because I really like the Ninja on the Sega Master System, right? It was one of the cheapest games you could get. It was on one of those cards, and it was one of those games that a lot of people had, right? So yeah, for me that was a darn good game, man. Absolutely loved it. And obviously it was based on this game, and this is something you guys have told me on this stream. So guys, I've run out of requests, so remember, just write your request in block capitals as a single message, and I'll pop my head back and have a look. But let's have a look at this. And playing this game is what made me realize we cannot trust rocks, right? If you're a ninja, you can't trust a rock. I mean, oh wow, yeah, one button. The one button. See, again, what great controls, right? One button just fires up, and one is for free controls. Again, brilliant. Need to realize. Guys, I remember watching a ninja movie, right? And it was absolutely, remember those movies in like late 80s, early 90s? Really, really good, right? And I remember there was a movie with a ninja, and I wish if I can find it again, right? It was really, really good. Now imagine there's a ninja walking, right? And there's a scene with a ninja walking, and there's a rock. There's a small rock on the floor, right? I'm talking like this rock is no taller than 4 inches, right? A 4-inch rock on the floor. What does a ninja do? I mean, he could have just walked over it, right? But he does the little ninja, does the little jump over the rock. It was one of the funniest things I ever saw. I just remember, I just wish I remembered what that was called, right? Because it was fantastic. You know, there was a lot of good ninja movies. Remember going to the video store, and they had all these videos, and they had all these budget movies in there. But as a kid, they just so appealed to you, you know. Obviously, there was a good kind of kung fu and ninja movies, right? And there was the right cheap-ass ones. But all those cheap-ass ones were really, really good. I remember Ninja Kids being like one of my favorite ones, man. It was really, really good. Oh, okay. Did I beat the boss there? Really? With a couple of shots? That was relatively easy. Okay. Again, is this just the benefits of the arcade stick? Oh, look at him. Oh, he went for me, man. I remember that from the last time I played it. Okay. Kind of suck in here, right? DefBob1, I recently found your channel. Okay, let's. I'll read that after because it sounds like it's super positive. Let's do one more live. Don't jack me. No, get out of here, man. Okay, so guys, just in case anyone's unaware, this core it's not been officially released yet. This is a work in progress beta course. Remember, everything you see here isn't necessarily reflective of the final product, right? It is very, very good. And, you know, from what I can see, it looks absolutely fantastic. It looks and plays good. Can I get in the water as well? Oh, I can. Nice. Nice to know that the Sega Ninja, this Ninja here is waterproof, right? And also what I really like is you can nullify their ninja stars by attacking them with your ninja stars. So that's good. I do like the power up in here a lot. Hopefully I'll get one. It's just the end. It's very generous with life. Yeah, very good. DefBob1, I recently found your channel. Appreciate your view on the gaming industry and retro modding. Look, dude, thank you very much. I do appreciate it. But I'm gonna try and kind of keep some of my views down, man. It's caused quite a stir and it's brought a lot of negativity to the channel and myself, and it gets sometimes it's better just not to share your views out in public, but thank you, I do appreciate that. That is super awesome. Right, what's in here? Let's do one of the Wonder Boy games, right? Because I know they're popular games, right? So this one I think is really good. And so this is the English Virtual Console rip. I wonder what advantages there are to that, right? So let's go original Wonder Boy, and guys, let me know in comments below, out of Wonder Boy 3, do you want to see like the vanilla version, or do you want to see like like the Virtual Boy kind of rip? Now remember, if you remember on the Mister with the N64 core, some games like for example, I think with Zelda, you had to download like a certain Virtual Console ROM rip that worked before the vanilla version worked. So that was all good. No, DefBob, good to have you here, bud. Absolutely wicked. I'm not, you know, it's all good. We can we can generally talk about pretty much anything, man. But there's obviously a few topics I'd rather stay clear from because they cause too much. What's the word? They bring a lot of negative light on this very niche community that we're in. FPGA gaming is growing. It's getting a lot bigger, but it's still a very niche part of retro gaming. So I'm looking forward to it growing. I'm looking forward to my channel and myself growing with it. And yeah, you know, I'm looking forward to it really growing. And I want to add stuff to it, right? I want to add positive stuff to it. So, you know, any of the bad stuff or taste that's out there, hopefully within the next week or two, but I just want to focus on the positive stuff, and we can kind of get back with that. We can just kind of move away from that. So that'll be wicked. Anonymity. Anonymity is the word. Cool, got that. Wicked. Yeah, man. So gaming is just awesome, man. I mean, I really play new games. I always talk that I've started Cyberpunk 2077, and I'm honestly 1.5 hours into it, and I need to play it. The Amstrad CPC 6128 had a good port of Wonder Boy. Do you know, I got given an Amstrad CPC, whichever one it was. It was the one where it had the keyboard and it had the wire hard coded to, it was attached to the monitor, so it come as one package, right? Okay, DefBob noted vanilla one's the best. It was stuck, so I got that one for free. But to be honest, the main game I remember on that, and it was the color one, because a friend of mine told me there was like a green screen version of that same thing available, but I had the color one. And the main thing I remember on that was Emlyn Hughes International Football, because it was one of the first games that let you do a back heel, and I was absolutely abusing that game. I was getting in back heel goals. I absolutely loved it, man. I've never really been one that's big on football, right? I've always I've liked, okay, jump, cool. So I've always enjoyed playing football games. So I've liked football games, especially, you know what, later on when on the PlayStation 2, Pro Evo was just wicked. I mean, from what I hear, like FIFA ended up overtaking them, and I could kind of see that just from being out in the open, right? But Pro Evo on the PS2, man, Pro Evo 1, Pro Evo 2, and up till Pro Evo 3 is what I played. It was just so darn good, man. Oh. nearly thought I was gonna get caught by fire there. Oh, wicked. I got the invincibility. Laters, bruv. Ah, I pressed the wrong button. That's the thing, with some of these I've set my controller. So, that time I pressed the right button, but I fluffed it. I swear all the creatures he attacks genuinely look so kind and so kind and nice, right? I'm wondering whether the story of this is, you know, all these animals kind of living out there nicely, peacefully, and you know, Wonder Boy just goes in and just kind of wreaks havoc, right? Because like I think Gears of War, right? Was it not? They go to another planet and the aliens are the baddies, right? But they go and attack all the baddies. If I remember it correctly, you know, remember, I don't pay attention to many of the stories, right? I just kind of skip through it. I'm the guy that has to go on YouTube now to look for a story of a game I'm playing, because when that part of the story happened and I was supposed to be paying attention, I skipped that part and I've got to go, okay, what have I got to do over here? And that goes for tutorials and everything else as well. So, who was it? Def Bob, you said the normal Wonder Boy is the best, right? So, the Wonder Boy in Monster Land. So we won't go virtual console. We'll go Japan version. Oh, actually, you know what? Let's go, because that's in English, right? Unless you're talking about the original Wonder Boy. So that's in English and it's based on the virtual console version. Guys, just a heads up. It's going to be another 2-hour stream. I'm going to kind of try and end it there. So tops we got is about 40 minutes left. Okay. Okay, so jumps the first. I should really just, you know what, let me... I'm alright with these buttons like that, but if I swap them the other way around, if I'm thinking instinctively, then I can press it. So yeah, that's cool. You have to be very, very close to hit them, right? Look. Okay, got it. It's like the hitbox just extends like a pixel at the end of your sword. Look. Look, literally, you need to be touching it. Your sword has to fully touch it. Like, here we go, there you go. Okay, so it actually has to touch it. A lot more games, they're a little bit generous, right? Your hitbox extends a little bit out, right? Cocktail or beer? Okay, I think we always went beer last time. So 460. No, let's go. Whoops. This is a really good game, man. I mean, I like the original Wonder Boy, but wow, this is just such a good game, man. Well, you can't crouch, forget. Whoa. Oh, use the revival medication. Oh, what? I didn't even get the monies. I got more monies, man. I got robbed there. That's interesting there. Oh, we got the Gradius. The weapon's called Gradius or Gradius. That's brilliant. Oh, do you know what? Talking of that, I think I might pick a title if there's People are stopping picking titles. I might do Parodius. I know it's still in beta, right? And there's still some graphical issues with it, but darn, is it good, right? I can't get anything. Lend us a tenner, governor. Oh, what's in here? Let's grab another brew. This is a good game, guys. I think this is a good game to play on the Analogue Pocket as well. So nice kind of RPG-ish elements to it, you know, where you can buy this stuff. Let's have a look. Let me see if I can get some money and come back. I don't want points, I want the monies. Give me some monies. No, okay, I'm not getting any monies. No? Okay, let's go. 8 bombs. No, it's okay. We can fire some bombs. Question is, how do you? Oh, okay, down and fire. Right, down and fire to fire the bomb. Ooh, I thought I died there. You know. Okay, that was cool. Oh, you should be able to jump on their head Mario Brothers style, right? Oh, 21 gold. Can I go back? Let's see if I can go back and pick up a sword and a brew. Oh, that guy's back. Was this one of the shops where it had the sword, the shields? No. Let's get. Oh yeah. Ah, wow, man. That thing's got more range than Whitney Houston. Why go? Right. Okay. So may I help you? I'm just a poor boy. Okay, okay, so that shop is shut now, but I have got a shield. Let's grab ourselves a brew and let's go out there and let's do some things. Again, looks so cool, right? With his little cutie little shield and sword and whatnot. Really want to get a bit more health. There's a game on MSX that's very, very similar to the Cave reminds me of this. The MSX is a good system as well. Really looking forward to that being released, as well as like MSX2, so we can get stuff like Metal Gear going on there, right? And some of the Castlevania games that are on there. I haven't actually tried out. I should try them out. I should try them out on the Mister, because I'm sure the call's out for the Mister, right? The MSX2. Ooh. Okay, you know what? Let's do another game. I've been playing this for some while. Wicked, Wonder Boy franchise. Parodius is great. Yeah, man. Let's go into Parodius, right? Parodius is Parodius is just wicked. Love it. Now there are some graphical glitches in that. Again, it's a core in beta. It will require some more work. Just wondering if is it part of the Simpsons core, or is it TMNT core, or let me just have a look if it's not under just JT Parodius. No, okay, is it under just Parodius? Okay. Nope, not here. Oh, here we go. It's under the Simpsons core. Kind of forget sometimes what game is under which one, man. Yeah, Deathbob, definitely want to try that one out. I mean, hopefully later on, if all goes well, I can do a stream with Mr. the X68000. I'll see kind of like how I feel. I might do that stream tomorrow, possibly, just see how that kind of goes. So hopefully flip screen is going to work now. It is excellent. Right, you know what? Yeah, let's. Oh, who shall I be? Octopus. That was all right. Octo. Let's go Octo. Well, Christopher, we've got. Well, hold on. Auto on a manual. So we've got. Well, we got Commodore 64, but that's publicly available. That's coming out soon. We've got obviously the MSX. That's in the works. That's the only computer ones I can think of. Yeah, that's kind of it. Oh man, I hate it. I've got to press a button for missiles. I like it where it's in one. Oh, should have got that one. Again, there's issues with the sound that we can hear here, right? Oh, actually, I can hold them down. It's got a good rate of fire. That's quite decent. No! I wanted to get the option, but I ended up getting both of them. Let's get one more and let's get the... Okay, well, I've got a shield now, so at least that's kind of alright. Oh, I don't want to get the reset. Oh, wicked, I got option. That played out well. Okay, let's get this. Let's get that. Let's that. Come with me. Love it. What a game. Guys, this one, for anyone wondering, it's not publicly available, right? This is only available to Hotego beta subscribers, but you know what, give it some time. If you're not a Hotego Patreon subscriber, to get access to beta files, right, it's usually just a matter of time before they're publicly released, right? So again, it's I completely get it, but I do recommend, if you've got the financial means to be able to support the work of like Hotego or other developers out there that you like, then do that. You get early access. In Hotego's case, you get early access, which is exceedingly good value if you've got an Analogue Pocket or a Mister. But if you've got both, well, it becomes even better value then. So that's pretty cool. And as well as that, you contribute your part towards funding towards development, right? Because I think Hotego's got like a number of full-time staff. If I'm not mistaken, I know there's at least 2 there, and there might be more, and obviously his time as well. So, and it's definitely having those staff there, and he's got a very, very organized operation, right? But having that organized, oh man, look at that, I got too greedy for like that power up. But having that organization, having that organized, right, is what gets us all these calls, right? And if it wasn't for the Patreon contributions, it's something that we just wouldn't see it. There's no ifs or buts about it. It'll only be what Hotego can do himself, right, in his spare time. So it's absolutely amazing, having the developers that we've got, and Hotego, he's one of the best developers out there. And I would say it's the reason I got into FPGA gaming. It's like all of us before we got into the Mister, there would have been a reason, right? Someone might be oh, I really want accurate SNES representation, and SNES is out for it. Someone might have bit the billet recently, right, with like the Sega Saturn or the N64. But for me, yeah, it was definitely the CPS games, more CPS 2 than 1, because I was playing a lot of Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo in the arcade at the time, and it was just such a better solution than buying the arcade hardware, right? Not that I'm saying anything's wrong with arcade hardware. Arcade hardware will always be arcade hardware, right? It's the original source, but things like that can be temperamental, they can die, even though CPS 2, from what I understand, isn't too bad, right? It's more CPS 3 that's very, very temperamental, right? From what I understand, looking at it, it can just break. So it'll be nice to get that, like an FPGA implementation of that at some point. Have we received any I don't fancy doing this part without power-ups. I'm going to kind of let it go. It is a lovely sunny day today, man. I've got my windows undone, everything's set to dark mode, right? But you know what, I love it. Even if I can't see everything properly, it's just nice. Okay, so yeah, DevBot, Konami definitely knew what they were doing. So what we can do is let's do some Vendetta, right? I'm always a little bit conscious of Simpsons in case the stream gets a copyright warning or something. I don't think it has yet, but you know, you just never know, right? Just want to say, guys, if you're enjoying the stream, pressing that like button really does help out the channel. And obviously, if you're absolutely hating it, then you know, press that dislike button. But yeah, the like definitely helps. Yeah, Ori Retro Gamer Ortego is just amazing, man. The guy's dedication to making stuff like perfect to the arcade. Like I'm not right, so because I don't have like an arcade machine, I don't have arcade hardware, like I'm not into it as much as some of the accuracy that Ortego puts out there, right? Because he's working on sound now. For me, I've never been one for loud sounds. I like to kind of hear what's going on around my house as well. I don't use headphones when I play. I have it coming out my speakers. I've just got good filters on my mic, so it kind of cuts out all that stuff without really compromising the sound quality. But you know, he's making it so it's so accurate. If you're using like an arcade machine with a correct setup, it will be exactly accurate to the arcade. It's really going above and beyond to make it as accurate as possible. Now that's like with the sound stuff he's doing. I was happy with the sound, but like I said, I'm not the biggest guy on sound. The biggest thing for me is obviously the accuracy of the games, and one of the main reasons I got into it as well was like I said, CPS 2 more than anything else. But the accuracy of CPS 2 is the only time it felt right, apart from when I played the arcade version of the game, and this is of trying different emulation, different collections of the game, and it was the normal way. I think the only version that I liked, that I think was good, of Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo was Hyper Fighting 15th anniversary on the PlayStation 2, and on the Dreamcast, Super Turbo on the Dreamcast, but you had to mess about with all the settings in order to get it as close to the arcade version as possible. Oh, and an honourable mention to the one HD remix, but playing it without the HD, right? That was really good as well. But we're talking about modern stuff this day and age. I was like, okay, and playing it, the Mister was the best way of playing it. So for me, accurate arcade cores and above everything, man. When I press the button, this stuff is instant. Like there's no latency there, and it feels like I'm playing the arcade machine, right? But I don't have like a retro setup, right? I don't have a CRT, so there's a lot of stuff I won't necessarily kind of think. Maybe at some point I'd love to get one. Well, I played the 4-player version, so I can only be my boy Blood. That is just such a mad picture, man. Absolutely crazy. We'll play it now because I'll never play this game on stream and go through it, man, because of some of the adult-y kind of content. But I understand that's not in the Western version. I think it's around 120 GB stu. Hold on, I'll read that after. Let's have a... Look at that. Wow. And is that your money gone? That has been guzzled. Okay, that was Vendetta. I think it's still around 124 GB studio. Okay, but with the Dude cores having screen modes, you can strictly for homebrew itch. Okay, wicked. I think So what's that 100 and what's that around 120? Sorry, have I missed the question? Oh, still file limit. Okay, for studio. Wicked. What's that? 60 then 120. Okay, so that's how many games you can have on there, right? So are we talking about the dot pocket conversions, right? Because before we got a whole bunch of stuff opening up on openFPGA, that was my favorite way of playing games. However, what I didn't like, and I found out when a friend came around with their Analogue Pocket, is playing it with a link cable now. The GB Studio stuff, you can't. There's no link features in there, so I couldn't play. So I had to go and get one of my flash cards. I generally use the cheaper one, the what's that one called, the Easy Junior or something like that one. That one works quite well, so I went and got that, and then we were playing games on there. It's fun. It's really, really fun, guys. If you've got an Analogue Pocket and you've got a friend that's got an Analogue Pocket, I recommend getting a link cable. What I did find is the aftermarket ones that I got, when you stick them in, there's not enough metal exposed on them, so you even need to grind down the plastic a little bit. You really need to shove it in there. Some work, some don't work that good. So I ended up, when a friend of mine sorted me out a dock, I ended up also getting a link cable from him, which was really nice of my friend, right, who was like, look, I'm not interested in playing it with the TV. I've got a Mister. And he got the dock, and I kind of needed it for my channel, and at that time there was a long wait for the dock, so a friend of mine kind of hooked me up, so I was ever grateful for that, and I paid like the normal cost he did for it, and the link cable, so that was good, even though I've never actually tested out the link cable yet. Since I got it, I haven't tried it. I tried one of the aftermarket Game Boy ones that I've got. So guys, any suggestions? Hit me with some suggestions in here. I mean, if you want, if no one's suggesting anything right now, what we can do is, oh, let's see, actually, you know what's interesting? I ran updates, the update before I did this. Let's see if the sound is sorted, because the last arcade stream I did for TMNT, the sound wasn't balanced correctly, right? So let's see if that has been resolved. Let's go to alternatives. And I think it's the Oceania 2-player version, right? Because we don't like the UK version, right? Where they're called Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles, man. Call them Ninja Turtles. That's what they are, man. The little Ninja Turtles. Yeah, Christopher Henry, it does. The link cable does work with the Amiga core, and there's a whole bunch of games that are made with that system link option. And if you actually use the Amiga Vision front end, which I recommend for everyone to use, I've even updated to the latest version, haven't really played it so much yet. There's a whole bunch of games like Lotus Turbo Spirit is something that comes to mind, where you can just do that, the link up with that cable, and it's a real bummer, because Mazamar's the core developer. Me and him, we talk a lot. He's a good friend. He comes on the channel sometimes. He was on the channel with an Amiga stream with me, like I think a week ago, last Friday, and he will be coming on the channel with some other works he's doing, guys. So definitely stay tuned for that. I'll announce those in advance, right, so you guys get heads up. But there'll be, if there's an update to a core, and if there's some new cores, then he'll be coming on the channel. At least that's what we plan to do. He'll be coming onto the channel, and he'll be kind of talking through it. I mean, what I'm trying to find at the moment now is something where, how we did it last time was, when I played, you guys could hear my sound, but you could hear both our mics because we've done it over Google Meet. But what we couldn't get was a sound from his capture. So when he was playing a game, we got visuals only and sound. So I picked like a soundtrack to play. But hopefully we can work a solution where when he's playing, we can get his sound, because he's as far away from me as can be. He's in Australia and I am in the UK. So when I'm doing a stream in the evening, like when I've done it at 9:30 in the evening, he was up at 7:30 drinking his coffee, starting his day and jumping on that stream. But guys, rest assured, he's working on some really, really good stuff. Some of it's been announced, some of it hasn't been announced. Some of it is seriously, it's so exciting. Like honestly, like it's super exciting. So once some of that stuff does come out, or with some of the stuff, I will. We'll be getting some preview stuff, but I'm hoping that he comes on the channel as well, because he's very, very cool to talk to. It's a good stream. We're definitely completely different personalities, but I think I enjoy streaming when I'm doing it with someone else. You know, where I like to leave it in a tracked mode, someone else is playing. It's good to kind of cover stuff over. Ori the Retro Gamer, unfortunately, Elevator Action Returns isn't out for the Analogue Pocket. We do have the original. Elevator Action, which which I don't mind, but elevator action is returns is wicked. Currently only playable on the Sega Saturn core. The Sega Saturn core is absolutely fantastic, man. Oi, oi, SNK Kev's in the house. Love it, my bro. Love it when you show up. I'm always waiting for you to show up on these random day streams at some point, because it is always awesome having you around. So, you know what? Before we go into this, because this intro is just fantastic, I wasn't even paying attention to the sound because I've not got it too loud, so it doesn't go into my mic. But I did say I'm not the biggest. I'm not one of those guys with loud sounds. In fact, when I have my friends around, we play Street Fighter, they ask me, they want the sound really, really loud, and I'm like, but I can hear it like that. So I end up, you know, they're guests, so I end up entertaining it, right? So we have it loud. But yeah, I'm just not one of those guys that has loud sounds. I see a lot of people really get into their games and put on headphones and that. That's definitely not me. So a big shout out to Mr. Anton Gale, who's the developer behind the Tato system SJ. So this is going a little bit old school, but we have got elevator action in here. So this is the original elevator action. Not a bad game by any means, but elevator action returns is just a game yeah, it's on steroids, man. Look into Rodecaster Pro Duo can route multiple sound sources for streaming. Oh, cool. Is that a free software? Because I'm a bit of a cheap bugger. But I'm writing that down now. Rodecaster Pro 2. Is that software or is that some hardware I have to buy? Because it definitely sounds like hardware. Wicked. Oh, okay. Yeah, Rodecaster Pro 2, I meant. Cool. Wicked. So this is the original elevator action. It's probably the most popular game on this core. It's the one that people have really liked. Okay, what time we got? Guys, we're going to kind of start wrapping up between 10 and 12 minutes or something. It's hardware. All right, I'll have a look at that. It might be worth investing in, given time. Hey guys, if you're just tuning in to the stream, welcome. We're coming up to the end of it, but we're having a look at arcade cores. So Ori the Retro Gamer wanted elevator action returns, but here you go. You've got elevator action, and again, very stylish. I'm not going to turn the sound down. It shouldn't be too loud. Oh, maybe it is. Okay. Ooh, okay. Do like how the bullets are in unlimited, right? Yeah, the new one really describes arcade well for me, man. It feels they've actually a light gun game of elevator action, man. They've got it in Free Play City, right? And my boys absolutely love that game, man. They rinsed that game out. I think it's different colored doors I need to go into, right? Which here we go. I need to get into that red door. How do I go into the door, man? I'm pretty sure I had to go into those doors, man, but okay. Alright, you know what? Let's whack on something else. I don't want to figure this out. It is a decent game on the core, though. Have to say, it's a decent game, and mad props to Anton Gale, man. I think actually, while we're on that core, I think this is something. Has he released this shit? I can't even remember. Is it an XCD? Oh, I can't remember the name of that core. You know, have I got it on here? Oh, I can't even remember. You know, guys. Is it XCD 2 core? No, okay, can't remember. Let's see. Let's find something down here, right? Oh, let's go. Should we go? Let's go RMM M92 for a couple of games. Wicked, but hardware, right? Wicked. Pictionary is a good game to test. Pictionary NES. Okay, cool. Yeah, no NES stuff today. Hopefully, what I might do is I might leave arcade out of it, and I might put like different systems on there. I really like this game, man. R-Type Leo. I think it's very good. Very good. A good evolution of R-Type, man. Just really good. Fantastic game. The R-Type series in general, guys, it's just very good. Absolutely love it. And here we go. It's booting up. I love all this boot up stuff. The way like you get those patterns. It's like when you play those Neo Geo games and you get that, is it that kind of green screen kind of look, right? Just looks really, really good. So let's put in. Again, there's the soundtrack for this game is ooh, or as I would like to say, ooh la la. Ha ha.
3, 2, 1, let's go.
And I'm very proud of my kids on this game, right? I left my Mister, so my second Mister is always here. I hardly use it, right? Because dual RAM isn't really a requirement. So occasionally it comes on, but sometimes I'll take it to the front room if a friend's going to come around, and I put it down there. I left it on, and you know, I went out to do something or get something, and when I come back, my youngest kid was like, "Dad, I finished R-Type Leo, I clocked it, I was so happy." Obviously he used a few credits to do it and he kept continuing, right? Told him press this button for coins and whatnot, and yeah, he loved it, man. So yeah, this is you know what, this is similar enough to R-Type yet different enough to R-Type for it to be like a very, very good sequel, right? It's nice as well the way when you move forward your fire flies back, and when you go back it goes forward, but you've always got your normal shot going forward. Can we try a different power up? Let's try this one. This one's quite interesting as well. So the other ones are like diagonal, this one's in a straight line, right? Yeah, this is a great game, guys. All right, let's try it. Let's try the other one. Was it red? Here we go. I'm not a big fan of this power up, right? I don't think this is. I think out of the 3 power ups, that's the worst one. So let's go blue for a while. Again, guys, play arcade games on arcade sticks wherever possible, right? Not just necessarily fighters. It really does make a world of difference. Once you get a few power-ups and you got that little thing, it's wicked. You know. Okay, cool. So, would that mean that's just my capture card then? Yeah, I don't need to use the HC60 because I don't mind getting another capture card. It means, because if I put, like, so my boys have got a little setup in the corner with an additional screen, right? So that means if I can get another capture card, I can put my second Mister down there. Which, ooh, I nearly ate that bullet. Which means I can, yeah, I can put my second setup down there, and it just means I can stream and make content where sometimes I can't late at night, so I'm not disturbing my wife, right? So it means I could move my Elgato down there and have like, or you know, put that one down there or whatever, and use like this rodcaster that you're talking about. But I'll have a look into it. And Ori, have you begun steps on starting your channel yet or anything? Definitely let me know. So you haven't contacted me, so I imagine it isn't live yet. But once it does go live, give me a shout, bro. We'd love to check that out. Maybe I shouldn't have got that, man. I feel like I'm kind of too fast already. Again, great game, guys. Can't wait for you guys to actually trying to get hold of this, man. I say I can't attack those. Ah! Oh! Okay, the first power-up you get, it really doesn't matter what color you get because it's going to give you those 2 pods, and then the second time you get one, have kind of focus on the color. Let's go. I don't want red. That's... Ah, okay, cool. Right, have I got any more oh, Alien versus Predator? No problem, Mr. Kev. That is gonna be the last one. Wicked, wicked. And then we are gonna call it quits for now on this. Right, so let's go back to CPS2. And we're gonna kind of round up on AVP. That's a really good game. It's got like different moves and things in there. And again, right, guys, you know, if you've got an Analogue Pocket, most recently all the updaters are good, but I've been using pup data, right? Pup with a P, like updater, but with a P, pup data, right? So yeah, definitely check that one out, guys. It's really good. Let's go Hispanic version for all the Hispanic viewers out there, man. I know we get some people yeah, we get some people from well, some Hispanic from the Hispanic community, right? It's absolutely awesome. We'll run with that version, right? Because I always end up picking the English language or the Japanese version. Mirror box capture card is 40. Highly recommend. Okay, there's no lag or anything in that. Yeah, mirror box capture. Right, let's have a look. I mean, to be honest, I want something with audio stuff, but there's always a learning curve to it, right? Capture card. I mean, when I was researching what to get, it just seemed that Elgato were the best ones, and everyone kind of spoke really highly of them. So I kind of went with Elgato. So we got about another 2 minutes of it. The reason I like keeping it under 2 hours is just like, if I want to just kind of put it out there on, if I want to put it out there on Twitter after, I can. 2 hours, the kind of limit you can have on there. Yo, Sir Tiz, how you doing, man? Wicked. You've kind of just come at the end, my bro. So I'm gonna be kind of ending it within definitely the next kind of like 3 minutes, right, to keep it under that 2 hour mark. So I can just download it the next day when it's available, right? And just, let's go Predator. And I can just have it straight on there, man. But yeah, I'll be doing more streams. I'm still kind of off work, so I need to get back to making videos, man. But it's so much more fun, right, doing streams, that I just end up doing a lot more streaming, man. But guys, this game is fantastic. It's available. It's not a beta release, it's a public release. CPS2 is out there. If you're not playing this already on your Analogue Pocket, what is wrong with you? Look at this. You need to be playing this. And massive props to the developer Hotego, man, who's effectively, you know, one of my heroes when it comes to FPGA core development. The guy is awesome. He brought me when I say me, it wasn't me personally, he brought us you know, CPS1, CPS2, the Aliens games, Simpsons games. There's a whole bunch of stuff that he's brought. I'm kind of looking forward to his update on the Neo Geo Pocket core. You know, being primarily an arcade core developer, it's yeah, it's a little bit different to the work that he usually does. So can't wait for that to kind of come out. How can I reach you on WhatsApp? You know, Ori, to be honest, reach me via Discord. That's the best thing. Hop onto Discord and just come and chat on there, man. There's an invite link in the description. I don't really use WhatsApp or anything like that, and I kind of only keep that. Actually, I've got WhatsApp, but I only use it to communicate really with my dad, who's in another country. But you know what? Go via Discord, and we can take conversations from there. Even if we go down to Free Play City. In fact, one of my Street Fighter friends is around this weekend. He may, I don't know if he'll get a chance to go Free Play City, but if he does, then I may pop in there, right, in Saturday evening, but kind of to be decided at this moment. So yeah, okay, right, let me kind of end it here, guys, because we've reached 1:58. Let me just run another game while we do that. In fact, we can just we can do the European version and just run it in attract mode while it kind of ends here. So TMS Hotego is working on Sega System 18, and that's something I'm really looking forward to. And yeah, that's something I'm super looking forward to, because I really want Shadow Dancer and Alien Storm above like any other games. In fact, I've always said when they showed like Golden Axe recently, I'd really like an Alien Storm modern adaptation similar to Streets of Rage. But guys, the time is 1 minute 58. We've been streaming for, have to keep it under 2 hours for the reasons that I stated. So I'm gonna kind of end it there. For everyone that came in late, do appreciate you guys dropping by, like SNK Kev and Sir Tiz. Guys, yeah, man, be absolutely awesome to one another. Oh, Ori the Retro Gamer, yeah, just get me through Discord, man. You'll see me. If you join my server, you'll be able to get me on there. But guys, this is the part where I end. Be awesome to one another. Take good care of one another, guys. This is